Hi, I'm Dr. Saira.
And I'm Texas Peck. It occurred to me today that it's fall all of a sudden, even though, and so change happens.
All around us.
So I noticed yesterday I actually put pants on for the first time in a very long time. I've been wearing shorts.
Yes, he has been wearing something.
Yes, no, that's right. You can't tell that when you sit here. Right? It's like, wow. But yeah, I wear like that. That's something I look forward to every spring.
Yeah, Texas is so excited the day that he can wear shorts.
Yeah, and then it's all summer, and it was all of a sudden like, okay, it's time to put some pants back on here and get ready for fall. And then I had a T-shirt on this morning. I'm like, nope, I have to put the long sleeves on today. Mm-hmm. And it's little metaphors, and maybe that's not a life-changing thing, but if we resist that, it can be a problem, right?
Well, and I mean, if we think there's actually something called seasonal affective disorder, right? Where as the seasons change, their moods are very affected by the seasons changing. And it's to the point where it can be really debilitating for people, right? So it's not a nothing.
No, it's not a nothing. And in fact, if you look at cultures across the world, they vary a lot just depending on the temperature zone that they live in.
Yes. I've noticed this traveling to tropical places.
Yes.
Right? The vibe and the energy is different.
Because there's
Mediterranean
there's less survival.
Tropical. Yeah, it's less bracing against the cold.
Right.
Just to keep it really simple.
I grew up in a very small town in northern BC called Fort Nelson, and we literally get 4 months of real winter, 6 months of winter.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
How does that work?
Yeah,
4 months of real winter.
Well, real winter is like when it's below minus 20 all the time, or down in minus 40, and you have a culture that develops there of this. So I shouldn't say this, but you notice a lot of people going, they're just kind of bitchy.
Because they're cold.
They're
freezing.
So Monique and I have been together. It's my wife. We've been together a long time. And she used to work at a law firm. Mm-hmm. And it was 3 blocks from the bank.
Okay.
And you should have seen, like when it's minus 45, what she would have to put on just to get to the bank. Because she used to walk the deposits down, right? And she would have her vest and then her coat and then 2 scarves and like 2 peepholes out here with her glasses that fogged up. It was a whole thing. Now, if you didn't have to do that...
If you didn't have to be focused on survival...
Right, so if you wore shorts all year round and a T-shirt, and that's one last thing you have to think about.
But have you noticed one thing? One thing I've noticed.
What's that?
A lot of people in tropical places don't actually wear shorts and tank tops and things. They wear like jeans and T-shirts.
That's true, because
they're acclimatized
to that, yeah. But clothes, for us, was a big deal. My dad was a trapper. We were outside all the time. There was like South Asian cultures talk a lot about mangoes.
Yes, we do.
It's a whole thing I've learned. There's a lot of dialogue around mangoes.
I love that you know that, Texas.
But we talked a lot about clothes.
Huh. Okay, can you explain?
Yeah, because they were our survival.
Okay.
So my mom...
So, like, what are you talking about?
Well, what are the best socks?
The warmest socks.
Yeah, like what...
And the most functional.
This person would have that opinion. My mom would spend hundreds of hours knitting buffalo wool socks, and then a cashmere sock to go inside the other sock. And then what boot would you put over that? And then how do you keep the snow out of your boots without... it was a lot.
So as you're talking, it makes me think of like traditional cultures, right? In any place around the world, there was kind of the traditional peoples and the traditional cultures, and people, like, where survival was all we were doing. We were trying to stay warm, we were trying to get food, the basics. And a lot of how you've grown up was that, because you were so living in such a remote place, and really the land, like you had to kind of deal with it. So change in that context, like
you looking like when you live close to nature, you don't fight nature. You learn that really on. If you look out and you go, well, I really want to go fishing today.
But there's a storm.
But there's a storm coming. You go, I won't go fishing today because there's a storm coming.
Right.
Right? Or
okay.
Right? So my dad would go, well, there's a,
So there's a lot out of your control.
Yeah, so that you don't push into it, you flex with it. So maybe not going out means you don't have fish, but you're safe.
That's so fascinating as you're talking about it, because it makes me think about how in modern cultures, we've really developed all of these strategies to actually fight nature, like air conditioning.
Right. So when I was in Mexico, there was no air conditioner in the house, but people took a nap in the afternoon.
That's how you cope with a hot.
You're not trying to be outside shoveling asphalt or something, and when it's that hot, you work in the morning, you take a siesta, you go back to work after supper.
And even with air conditioning, so this summer was hot in where we live, and I noticed like that hot afternoon sun and I wanted to kind of take a nap, but it's cool enough inside that I could still stay busy.
Yeah, right.
Right? So it's like we're disengaging from our natural environment and then pushing through in maybe ways that like other mammals don't, for sure.
Yeah, and
I mean, we're not just mammals.
No.
We know this, but there's an element of that, right?
I think, and so resistance can become a way of life.